Hey guys, John here, and today I have Scott from ZEV Technologies swing by the studio to break down the OZ9 pistol for us. This was something that came out
at SHOT Show.
At SHOT Show, debuted at SHOT Show, and it's been a huge success. We've sold a ton of them on BDU, and what I wanted Scott to do today was kind of break down the features of the OZ9, because it kind of gets it's a modified Glock, and it's really not in any way. So we wanted to do a full in-depth video on the OZ9, breaking it down, the different components that you can put on it and in it, and kind of some of the options that are going to be available soon. So Scott, why don't you tell us, first of all, a little bit about the OZ9, where it came from, and how it kind of got started.
Okay, so OZ9 stands for Original ZEV 9. It is hashtag not a Glock. A lot of people think it's just another Glock. It's definitely not. Everything is manufactured by us. It does share some Glock compatibility, so we'll get into how that works. So what you have on OZ9, I guess we'll start with saying that we have 4 different configurations of this. Okay, we have a black non-threaded, we have a black bronze non-threaded, and we have the threaded versions of black and bronze as well. The upper on this is what we as a company have done forever. With our own slide, our own barrel, our own sights, optics cut for RMR. All of that is what would be standard by our terms. All right, so comes apart, very familiar.
And what type of slides fit on this?
Gen 3, 17s, and 34s are both compatible on this platform, yes. Below the slide is where things get interesting. So on a Glock, you have traditionally 3 pins, right? So you have no pin here and you have no pin here. You have a single pin here that you press out. Once you do that, your frame and your grip now separate. Okay. So this is your firearm. Manufacturer info, model number, serial number, all right here. This is all solid steel. This starts out as a solid block of 6 pounds of steel that's CNC'd and EDM'd out. Super rigid, no flexing whatsoever, holds your trigger. This is our flat face Pro trigger. The rail sections that you slide and gauge this with are like 3 times of what would be a Glock. Has little pockets for debris clearing, so it is a self-cleaning situation, helps reliability. The grip module is clearly not serialized, so this is not the gun. So you're able to change it up really quick and make it a FDE. We have gray. But very soon we will have the 19 length grip for this, so you'll have a compact option. To go back together, you put your cross pin in, and then
and it makes it super cool. And the what do we call the trigger housing? So you have the grip.
You have the grip, you have the frame.
You have the frame. The frame on this thing makes this pistol super rigid. It's not going to twist, even if you have a light on it. You can't twist it like a lot of other polymer pistols out there. So extremely rigid, which I think leads to some better accuracy as well, and making sure that the slide is always tracking, perfectly true and everything. So extremely rigid, and like what Scott said, this system allows you to have some flexibility. If you wanted to go from a black to an FDE to gray, you have that ability. And also you can go with different grip lengths, correct?
Correct. Very soon we'll have the 19 compact grip for this. So
as of right now, this is a full-size grip. So you're gonna get that Glock 17-ish kind of feel when you grab this grip. But if you're looking for this as like I am, maybe for a CCW carry, something like that, and you wanted to go with a little bit smaller of a grip, ZEV's is, we're just gonna say soon. ZEV's is soon gonna have a 19 option that literally just push the main pen out again, pop the new shorter grip on, and then boom, you're like at like about a 19 size, I'm gonna say esque.
19 length grip, yes.
So
one thing I
cool
forgot to mention, the grip angle on this is what also makes this very much different. It's a 18-degree 1911 grip angle. Most people, when they hold the Glock, their biggest complaint is they're not used to that really swept grip angle. So this is much more familiar. 1911 points very natural for most people.
Yeah, and a lot of people, what he's talking about is they want to present the gun, and then you're usually kind of dipping it a little bit more to get rid of that extra angle that a Glock has built into the frame. I know you Glock lovers are going to say it's not an issue, but there are people that can see that. So a little bit straighter of a grip does make a big difference. And you see other companies starting to lean towards that as well. So if more than one company's doing it, it's because there's an issue at the end consumer, and it's kind of fixed with the OZ9. And the grip on this, I think the texturing on the OZ9 is probably the best out of the box grip that you can find on a stock. There is literally no need. I know some of you guys are gonna cringe. There's no need to pull out your stipple.
That's right.
You do not have to stipple this thing at all. And I've put one of these OZs through quite a bit of training and nastiness, and I will say that the texture on this is not going to file down like a regular stipple job.
Exactly right.
Due to the fact that it's molded into the grip, it's going to last a lot longer. It's really nice because you guys went the extra mile, and there's no stippling in the back that's going to really chew up your hand. The grip is really just where you need it, including forward index points on both sides for your thumb, index finger, no matter which way, what hand you shoot with. What are some of the other features that people can look at as far as accessories that they can put on the OZ?
So the magwell attaches with a single pin, so you're going to push this pin out and the magwell will come off. If you don't want to run it, you don't have to. It is not crucial to the functioning of the gun. Your mag release on the grip is Gen 4 compatible, so it is ambidextrous.
Okay.
So lefties can get their mag release on the other side. Outside of that, we will very soon, hopefully, have all the components available for this separately. So if you're a guy that has a ZEV'd out Glock, you have all the Glock slides and barrels, you can buy basically the lower part of this and assemble it however you
So
like.
let's talk about that just a touch.
All right.
So you're going to be able to get it as a full gun.
Yes.
With the black grip.
Correct.
So you'll be able to get it just the way you saw it at the beginning of the video. And then you can buy any lower grips that you would want if you wanted to change the colors.
Correct.
And then you'll be able to get it with just the lower half.
Yes.
The actual firearm itself.
Just the firearm itself. So you'll have just the frame available, and you can buy your grip. And if you have our slide and barrel combo, you can just slide it right on.
Nice.
If you wanted to turn your Glock into an OZ9, you could effectively do that.
So what this allows you to do, guys, is you can really create the size package that you've always wanted. If you want like a 19 size frame with a 17 size slide, or vice versa.
Correct.
You can do that, which is really cool. And then you can pick out your color. So it really allows people to customize their gun to their personality and their needs.
That's always what we've been about, is customization, and this takes it to the next level where they can configure it to their needs.
And it's super cool. And like Scott said, pretty much any Gen 3 slide will fit on it. So it's one of those things where if you're, hey, I already got a milled slide, even from another company, but I got this milled slide that I love. I already have my RMR on it, but I'm looking for a little bit different of a frame, or I'm looking to upgrade my frame, it'll slide right onto an OZ9.
That's right.
That's freaking awesome. So guys, make sure you stay tuned. The OZ9 is freaking awesome, and it's going to get even better with the addition soon of the 19 size frame and the modularity functions of that moving forward, because there's going to be two different frames, correct?
Correct.
So two different frames, two different size grips. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you stay tuned with BDU for more information on the OZ9. Scott, I appreciate you coming in today, and I hope you guys have a great one.